All right, so when you're doing these problems, you're really just going to have two triangles that you have to focus on, and you have to know these formulas. When it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle, I didn't put the right angle here. Your two sides are always going to be x, or whatever value it represents are going to be the same, and its hypotenuse is always going to be whatever the side length is times the square root of 2. All right, then for a 30, 60, 90 triangle, across from your 30 angle is always going to be your x value, and across from your 60 is going to be your side length times the square root of 3, and then your hypotenuse is always going to be 2 times that. So when you're looking at your homework problems, let's say we're looking at question 1. This is a 45, so that means this is also going to be a 45, okay? This is not a very nice triangle, but you get the point. This says B, this says 2 square root of 2, and we also need to find A. So if it's a 45, 45, we're going to be looking at this one. We know that these side lengths are always going to be the same. So we already know that B is going to be 2 square root of 2, because it's always the same as this length, okay? And this length across from your 90-degree angle is your hypotenuse. And we know our hypotenuse is going to be whatever our side length is times square root of 2. So A is going to be our side length, which is 2 square root of 2, times square root of 2. So times square root of 2. And then you just have to simplify that. So that's going to be square root of 2 times square root of 2. So 2 times the square root of 4, which is going to be 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay? So that's an example of how you do the 45, 45, 90. Let's look at a 30, 60, 90, like number 8. All right, this tells you it's 30, so we know this one's going to be 60. All right, and it gives us U. We want to find U. We know this length is 2, and we don't know V. Okay? Well, remember I told you guys, always for the 30, 60, 90, the easiest one to always get is the 30 first. And we're given x here. So if I know x is 2, then I know across from the 60 is going to be 2 times the square root of 3. So V has got to be 2 times the square root of 3. So we know V is 2 square root of 3. Okay, pretty simple. Then your U is always going to be 2 times that. 2 times this x length. So U is going to be 2 times 2, which is going to be 4, okay? So again, these really aren't very difficult. You just have to know how to apply the formula that you're given. Let's see, I'll do one more of these, number 7. Okay, we're looking for X, we're looking for Y. The X is across from 60. The Y is going to be across from your 30. All right. And we're given the hypotenuse is 16. So we know that the hypotenuse, again, if you look back up here, your hypotenuse is 2 times X. So we can say, okay, this is equal to 2 times X. So the first thing we can do is easily solve for X. How do we solve for X? Well, we divide by 2, divide by 2. So X is going to be equal to 8. So I know X is equal to 8. Oops, that should not be X. That should be your Y value. Excuse me. All right, why is it Y value? Because your X value is across from your 30. Even though it says X, we're just talking about the length across from 30 is your actual value. All right, so we're going to let that be Y. All right, and then across from 60, remember, look over here. Across from 60 is that side length times the square root of 3. So we got 8 for our side length across from 30 is 8, and we know that across from 60 is going to be that number times the square root of 3. So your X is going to be 8 times the square root of 3, which is just 8 square root of 3. Okay. All right. So I hope this makes sense. You can Google a lot more 45, 45, 90, and 30, 60, 90 on these. And I hope this helps you out a little bit.